Hi everyone, this is A.THASNI from Department of Computer Science and Designing, and today we are going to see about the course called as Full Stack Development. In that we are going to see about the MongoDB, and it's here we are going to see about the MongoDB Basics and its collections. So let's see what is MongoDB. So MongoDB is nothing but the databases, collections and documents are important parts of MongoDB. Without them, you are not able to store the data on the MongoDB server. A database contains a collection and a collection contains a document and the document contains a data. They are related to each other. And what is database? In MongoDB, a database contains a collection of documents. One can create multiple databases on the MongoDB server. Today and how to view that database in the sense to see how many databases are present in the MongoDB server. So to see that we have to write the following statement in the Mongo shell, which is called as a show DBS, that is show database. Okay. And we have to write it's a common one, like permanently disable this reminder, run the following command. It will show some reminder when you're opening that Mongo shell. So to avoid that, we have to mention it as db.disable free monitoring. So however, freshly started by default, it will show the admin config and local. Next one, the naming restriction for database. Before creating, you should first learn about the naming restriction. What would be the naming restriction? That is, name of the database are case insensitive, but you must always remember that the database names cannot differ only by the case of the character. For example, for window user, MongoDB names cannot contain any of these characters, which is a slang, backslash, dot, quotation, dollar symbol, apostrophe, etc. etc. And for Unix and Linux users, if you are using that OS, means Mongo database can contain any of the following characters, which is this backslash, front slash, dot, operator or dollar symbol. And Mongo database names contain null characters also in Windows, Unix and Linux system. And it cannot be, database names cannot be empty, must contain at least less than 64 characters. Next one, how to create a database. You can use the following command called as use database underscore name. And actually this command actually switches you to the create a new database. If the name given name does not exist or given name exists, then it will switch you to the existing database. Okay. So you can mention it as a, for example, use, which is the database name which is already provided. Okay. Here jigs for jigs is the my database name. Okay. Next one, collections. Collections are like just like tables in relational database. They are also store data but in the form of documents. A single database is allowed to store multiple collections, which is called as next one is schema-less. Schema-less is nothing but it's not necessary to in the collection that schema of one document is similar to another document. In other words, we can say it as a single collection contain different type of document, like as shown in the below. For example, my ID is object ID, name Sumit, ECCSA, and this is one database. And another ID is jigs for jigs 201 Rohit EC and sudo gate. So both where my student data collection have two different type of data collections in the document. Okay, different type of document in a single collection. We can provide different types of document collection of data. Next one, we can create a collection named called as author here as we insert with the help of insert one, or we can say it is a Ankita is a value of key ID. So this is something in, which is dependent on the collections. And the naming restriction for collection name must start with underscore. Okay, and collection name should not start with a number and does not contain any dollar symbol or empty string or null character, etc. Begin with prefix system as this is reserved for MongoDB system collection. Maximum length of the collection name is 120 bytes. Okay, how to create a collection? Collection is usually created with the insertion selection underscore name dot insert one. Here insert one is used to store the single data in the specified collection and which is represent in the curly braces. What is MongoDB query language? We just call it as a MQL, which is based on the CRUD operation. Basic CRUD operation is create, update, and read, write, etc. Here in the collections we used to switch it, but if you to switch or to use a particular database, we can use show collections. We can use this command, and you can use the read or to read a operation in a DB, MongoDB. The present in the collection, which is grades, db.grades find off. The find off method, which is present in the collection, how to find specific record. Okay, we can use this. And next one is the insert operation. If you want to insert like extra more data, you can use this insert operation. So how we can use this here is address dot grades dot insert one. So this is called as the insert method that we are going to implement. Next one is the update operation. If you want to update one or many documents matching the criteria based on the value set, you can use the multi if false query updates only one record, and update one and update many. If update the one document, first document found with the matching criteria. If it is many, update all the documents that match with the specified criteria. Okay. Here, these are one sample output for this. Next, the delete operation. Delete operation is nothing but delete one, the same what we have seen for deleting the document with ID. So we can use this delete one or delete many of operations. Okay, these are the reference of this MongoDB basics and collections. And this is the reference textbook you can refer for the further improvement of your MongoDB collections, that is basics. Thank you.